Stanley Marcio, and this masterpiece. Look at this background. Look at it. Look at that logo. This is all presented by Betting News at Your Betting News on all social platforms. I am beyond excited for baseball. It feels like it's been 19 months when I know it's only been probably 4, 5. I'm not good with math. You know that. I'm not the smartest one in the old drawer. Big old day today. Wasn't that intro electrifying? Let's run it back. Let's run it absolutely back. Come on. 1, 2, here we go. Oh my God, he's here. He's here.
I did it.
I don't know who Mike is, but Monty Montgomery is here, the
Who's
founder of batters-box.com. If you don't know who he is, you're going to know a lot about him by the end of this show and by the end of the baseball season. He is the founder and developer of batters-box.
Everything.
The one-stop shop for your advanced baseball analytics. If that website doesn't make it move downstairs, it will eventually if you check it out. Mr. Montgomery, thank you so much for joining. This is basically my work brother, so I really don't have to go in depth. This is my fake older brother, ladies and germs.
We're just two Italians talking baseball today, you know?
Monty is an honorary Italian. That guy's Scottish.
Scottish can be. Wake up when you know?
Monty, this is also, I'm not calling you Mike. I'm not calling you Michael this show. For the people out there, it's not Mike. You can cross that out.
Monty.
It's Monty.
Yeah.
It's Monty.
Make it happen.
Nobody calls you Michael except for your wife. I have been calling you Michael the last 2 days when you piss me off because you're my brother.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Tell the people how excited you are for baseball. It's here, dude. But two of the games have been postponed.
I know, so sad. Especially with the Braves, you know, they're so good. You wanna see them, especially in their first day with Strider on the bump. But I'm ready to go with the other 12, 13 games, 14 games, however many we got. No one cares about Tim Tebow. Their game got postponed, so you got to wait for that. But I'm looking forward to the Cubs taking on the defending champs later. Go Cubs. Shout out to them.
Did you bet them on the ML?
I have not made a wager in that game. I think I
got to get this off. I don't like that scaring in your throat.
Oh, there he goes. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to rock and roll. It's months of work to get here with the website. Go check it out. There's a lot of free stuff on there. You will not be disappointed. I can tell you that. So a lot of player props to bet all season long.
Do you want to pull it up?
Sure.
We can go through the first game that starts at 2:00, I believe.
Let me we got the Angels and the Orioles. Let me
pull up that one.
See how I can
obviously Mike Trout's at the top, respectfully so.
Share.
Don't forget the hyphen, Landon. Landon, you gotta, if you're gonna type this out in the chat, you gotta put batters-box. Don't forget the hyphen. If you go to battersbox.com, you're not going to the stank. You're not going to the advanced analytics. You're not going to the Bart Torvik of baseball. You're going to some crap. I don't know what goes there because I've never forgot the hyphen. I've never once forgot the hyphen. All right, you got it up?
We got it up? Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah, I got it. Here. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, for the people in the chat, I want you guys to vote. Should Monty to get rid of those colors on the teams to the left? I told him it takes away from what the colors on the right mean, which like the if you zoom in a little bit, the matchup rating, the WOBA, the ISO, the hard contact rate, the fly ball rate. Those are the most important things to look at when you're on this website. And him putting those colors to the left
right here. I actually like it. Using it last night. I think you're just not used to it because it's different than last year. I want to leave it. I think it's helpful to see, here in the top 10, you could easily see you got multiple reds here, and you got a third red here, a few Diamondbacks. Like it's easier to see.
I just think they're all like the same color.
Well, those are the official like team colors that are on there. So you got to take that up with Major League Baseball and the teams. That's not me.
All right, Monty. Since we're gonna dive into the slate, let's get into the first one, and then we'll end this slate run through with the top 10. It makes it
Yeah, so
easier. I feel like.
you can click on all these games up here if you just want game specific information. If you just want to look at one game, you got all those hitter ratings right there. So Mike Trout right at the top, number highest hitter rating, not necessarily number one, but sort of the most favorable spot, best spot for a hitter in this game is Mike Trout.
Now, when people that are ignorant like me and they're not smart, I mean, everyone else in the chat's smarter than me. It makes sense. What would you want people to look at, and how would you want people to use this?
Yeah, so I've got, for anyone else that has questions too, like this batter's box breakdown right here on the homepage, huge in depth on how I use it and what I think is best. But since we're here, you don't have to read that. But if you want to on your own time, feel free. Matchup rating, certainly the all-encompassing stat, the most important category. So I certainly start there. All of these matchup categories, stats are things that I calculate and that go into matchup rating. So matchup WOBA, matchup ISO, hard contact. Those are the main ones. Hard contact, I think, is most important.
I love hard contact.
Yeah, it's hard to be productive as a hitter if you're not hitting the ball hard, right? So that makes sense there. And then, if you get confused on some of these stats, I got to put the glossary here on the single page. I missed that, but there is a glossary for all these terms right here above the table. So what is matchup rating? What is WOBA? What is ISO? What is hard contact? Like all these stats that are on here, if you're confused, don't know what they are, you can see them right there. I'll add it to the single game after the stream today or something like that. But the other thing,
sorry.
I'm obviously using the premium version. So there's a free version. Premium version has everything. Free version doesn't have these percent change columns. So that's something you get for premium. But as you can see, Trout is actually a negative matchup in terms of WOBA and ISO, and slightly a plus matchup for hard contact. So those are things I like to look at too. That's just sort of the percent change between his hard contact and the specific matchup today.
I'm just noticing now that Fangraphs is the slowest website when we're on this stream. That sucks. Now I know you have a little stinky little play on numero uno over there for that game. If you want to give out that
Trout first play, we're going with Trouty.
It's been 8 minutes. I feel like we've given too many nerdy terms out already. We got to give him something.
That's fair.
Drum roll, Monty. What is the first bet that batters-box.com is giving out today on opening day
for 2024? I'm going with Trout over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, plus 105. Amazing value as far as I'm concerned. Burns is a great pitcher, huge get for the Orioles. He didn't have the best spring. I also don't care a ton about spring training because it's spring training, but he didn't have the best spring for whatever that's worth. He is mainly throws cutters. 55% of the time he's throwing a cutter. So I like that. He's throwing one pitch more than half the time. Trout can kind of sit cutter for a little bit. And he absolutely has crushed cutters in his career, hitting over 340 with a 1.167 OPS against cutters and a 224 WRC plus. So if he's seeing a cutter, he's got a great chance at doing something with it. And then he's had 8 elite ratings. So the other thing that premium people get that I would love to show off here is these hitter trends. So you can come here, you can search anybody. Since we're talking about Trout, we're going to show Trout here. Now, he was hurt last year, so he only had 8 elite ratings. But here's the date he had them. Here's how he did. He's got, RBIs, blah, blah, blah. And then here's the graph. Shows everything. So over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, 62% of the time. It's only 8, so it's a small sample size. I get it. But 5 of those 8 times, he went over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That's equivalent odds about minus 160, and we're getting it at plus 105. So I'm going to bet that every time.
Yeah. Not to skip ahead, but since it flows with this, I was telling the other guys on Betting News about how you should always bet Shohei home run if it's above. What was the number you told me?
Let's go. Like
Not to
something
skip
stupid.
ahead. I'm sorry, but I
Let's
just thought of that and I
no,
knew I'd
you're
forget
fine.
if I
Let's
let
look
it
at
slide.
So that was all based on this right here. So 41 elite ratings last year, only since June 23. Also, I had a little data issue with the first set of half the season last year, so we're only going off data since then. So he'd have even more elite ratings if we're going from there. But 41 elite ratings, he had a home run 37% of the time. I don't remember what the implied odds for that
I think
is,
you said
but
170.
yeah, I think
Plus
that's what
170.
36%. I'm gonna do it right now.
Vital.
Yeah, 36.5% is about 173. So if he's got an elite rating and his odds to hit a home run are over plus 170, which it almost is going to be every time, then
No,
you could
I was
say-
that whole time you've been talking, I've been trying to load Mike Trout's stats on cutters because I was curious because I saw the 56% before you even mentioned it. I just want to read to the people how good of a play this is right now. Last
Mike
season,
Trout?
the last season against cutters, Mike Trout hit 526 with an OPS of, I believe this is the OPS. Come on. Yeah. Oh my God. An OPS of 282. That's 2.082 and a WRC plus of 455. I don't think I've ever seen a WRC plus above 300. 455? I mean, if he sees Corbin Burns twice, I think you could, or I think you could get this all in one at bat.
Yeah,
Would you sprinkle on the home run for Trout?
I was thinking about it. I mean, so he is a fly ball pitcher here, Corbin Burns. You know, his matchup fly ball rate goes up, so that's good. You know, you essentially have to hit a fly ball to hit a homer.
Keep in mind, Corbin Burns' cutter is well above league average. It's 26.4. That is, that could be the highest I've ever seen a pitch doing these diving into the numbers and the pitches and stuff. 26.4 is a lot, but again, I think that cancels everything out because of how well Trout sees the cutters.
Sure,
the WRC plus of 4, what I say, 55. I mean, that's like, I don't even know how to put that into words because that's just absolute sex. That is sex.
Filth.
Pure filth.
Yeah, I mean,
now I go ahead.
This, like, you know, Corbin Burns is great. Like, I don't like, we're starting with this pick just because it's the first game, but this is not my favorite play of the day. I'm strictly betting this because I think there's a lot of value in it and it should not be plus 105 as far as I'm concerned. So that's why I'm betting this, but it's not my favorite play. I just want to say that.
You don't like anything else really in that game, do you?
No, I mean, Corbin's so good. Patrick Sandoval's pretty good too. He's underrated. You know, he get like less than 30% hard contact is really good. Like, that's awesome. So for hitter props in this game, I'm less interested unless it's Trout.
Let's get the next game. I'm itching to talk about this. One of the guys in the group chat mentioned the total in this game.
The Giants game?
Yeah, the Giants game. And looking at it, just quick knee jerk, there's only 2 Padres in the top 10 in this game. And the Giants come into the season, I think, with some crazy momentum. They signed Snell. They got Chapman. They're trying to build something over there quickly, and it looks like they can. While the Padres are, what are they? They're literally nothing. I mean, Fernando Tatis Jr. is solid. Manny Machado is solid, and then outside of that, it's a drop off. What do you think? I think the money line is a better play than touching the total on the team total with the Giants possibly, because there's a boost out there on one specific blue book that it's 50%, and you can get this at basically plus 150 on the Giants money line. I might be using on that boost, while there's other plays that we'll be talking about in a couple minutes that I really might throw it on, like hit plays. But what are your thoughts?
Oh, it's a good question. You know, I haven't really looked at this game, so we can look now. That's kind of the beauty of the website, right? I mean, Logan Webb is, I would say, definitely the better pitcher here in the matchup. So you got
And
that going
Darvish
for you.
sucks. He's 30, 35, 36 years old. His stuff stinks. And it's not the good stink that we dish out.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he sucks. But he might be on the sort of latter half of his career.
He's
So
trash. You
yeah,
could say it.
I mean,
You can say it.
I just, it's the
Just
old-
because he's a former Cub, Monty,
exactly
doesn't
Cub
mean
legend.
take off that hoodie and
Can't.
talk with your chest
Never.
hairs.
Never,
Come on.
never, just never. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. I definitely like you see there's all those Giants there in the top. I mean, it's a great price if you're gonna bet money line. It's great that you can get it at minus 115 or minus 120, whatever.
Minus
it's at on all the
105 on
books.
a book.
Yeah, I mean,
It's basically a pick'em game. The Giants are technically the dog because the spread's the plus. But yeah,
Right.
I'm definitely gonna.
to
Write
get the
this
better
down.
pitcher,
Yeah, of
getting
course.
the better pitcher at plus money, I don't hate that at all. And like you said, they've got a bunch of they've spent this offseason. They got a bunch of people, so if they can come in and do that,
Are you able to see the comments on the side, or is it just me?
I think just maybe if I switch, maybe
If you hit comments, do you see them?
bet yeah. I was wondering
All right,
where
good,
I was gonna
good.
see those. Nice, there we go. All right.
Yeah, good, because I wanted you
Hey,
to see
working
if
out the
anyone has-
kinks first day.
Yeah. If anyone has any questions on what game or a player matchup, etc., just ask. We will try to
man.
answer every single question.
Ohtani
That
was
is why we're
gambling.
here.
He's going down. He might be. Hopefully, he was using batter's knife and box.
Here you go. Question from Landon, a Cardinals fan, Monty.
Oh, come on. I'm a firm believer that betting 4+ bases is better than betting homer. Would you agree or disagree? That's an interesting question. I think it all depends on the
I don't think I've ever
odds.
even thought about that because
Um,
I'd rather sprinkle on the home run, sprinkle on the double, and then get a full unit on the bases because that's usually
That's-
plus coin.
My favorite way to attack that. I guess who's someone we can who? I guess
Go look. Let's look at Judge. Judge is number one on the
Judge?
hyphen. Yeah, let's look
That's
at Judge.
true. I'm not really
let me-
interested in Judge today.
Well,
I didn't
that's
even
rude.
really look at him.
That's rude.
Where's the Yankees game?
Let me see. Judge. Oh, I'd have to go to. I forgot it's an alt. That sucks. Judge is like 225, 250 range for home run.
285 home run on the blue book. And
Oh, wow.
4 bases is 240. So, I mean, I guess 45 points difference there.
I get the logic. I
Like-
get the logic.
I do get it. I mean, you have way more chances to win with 4 total bases than you do with just a home run, obviously. And so if you're only losing 45 points of value, I don't hate it. It's not something I personally do. Personally,
Yeah.
I think I'd rather just bet home run because I just think it's more fun.
I think
But
it would
it might be
be
smarter.
awful. Yeah, I think it would be awful to lose that 4 bases bet if he just his hit of the day was a double at the wall. Like I would
Right.
hate his only hit to be that. That's why you always sprinkle on the double. You always sprinkle on the home run.
But that's only for 2 bases. We're
Also,
talking
can you-
4 bases.
Can you tell the people about how many bets you had that one day?
Listen, sometimes
Hold on. I'm gonna bring this down and then give you the old.
For what? There's a day, maybe 2 days last year where maybe I got a little crazy, self-admitted, but just I had 40 bets on a Tuesday. It was just like whatever. There was a lot to like, and it's just it's only there. I got a whole website, so I might as well use it.
Monty and I sit across from each other at work, and my day is usually let me get my work done, and then if Monty's having a bad morning, I pester him until he smiles. And Monty looks up at me at the end of the day, I think, and he goes, "Yeah, I got 40 bets today, and while I had probably 8." I mean, and I'm thinking, last year, Monty can contest this. Anytime I would have that many bets, I'm like, oh, this is where I lose all my money. I'm not going to have a good day.
You can't handle a sweat though. You with college basketball.
I've evolved.
First 5 minutes, you freak out.
I've evolved. I'm very calm now. I told Jess that she goes. I said I'm probably not going to do anything for Easter, and she's going to go see her family. And I was like, yeah, I got to watch the Elite Eight. She goes, yeah, I don't want to be around you when you're acting crazy. And I'm like, I haven't yelled once all basketball season. If anything, I'm just clapping. Like I can accept an L. It's just when it's baseball. Baseball's a different sport because if I like one guy, I have 3 bets on him.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. And that was gonna be me with a certain someone today, but his odds are absolutely horrible. So
Who?
you know who?
Oh,
we'll get to him.
all right. Get to the Dodgers game because no.
Dodgers?
I mean, it's the
Where
next
you
game.
go? We can go anywhere. Where you want to go?
What do you throw a game up you want, or do you want to run through the top 10? Do the
I don't
people
care.
want to top? Do we have any questions,
the
people, or do
host.
you want to run through the top 10?
Yeah.
Whatever the people want. I'm here to please the people today because there's so much going on and there's so much time to brew stank. Also, I'm very pissed off right now that I can't look. Top 10, Sweatpants Jesus. Yeah. Hello, King. Thank you so much to Sweatpants Jesus for building this background, the theme song, the theme video. Also, let me just cut this out real quick.
Look at the Arizona game. I don't know. How do you say that guy's name?
Iconics.
Yeah.
I meant to say this at the beginning of the show, but I was so looking forward to bringing Monty up. I want to thank every single one of you out there for all the kind words and the positive comments on Twitter and any social media platform, and the support for this show and all of the shows at Betting News. You guys are the absolute best. I get excited every single time I come on one of these shows. Just look at the chat. Like if I lose all my bets, but the chat is being kind, so freaking nice. Anywho, back to the top 10. I just wanted to say, I was thinking about last night. I'm like, I need to start the show by thanking everyone because there were a lot of people on Twitter that were saying nice things. And I was like, oh, wow, a few people actually give a crap about my plays. That's literally all I'm here for. Also, Monty, fake Murph is here. This is fake Murph, not Texas Murph. Fake
not
Murph.
Texas Murph? Fake Murph.
This is they were John in the chat one of those days figuring out who is real and who is fake, and this is fake Murph. Also,
I mean, that's pretty cool that there's a fake one.
Yeah. I haven't talked to real Murph in a long time. I sent him your tweet yesterday because I was trying to get every single person on the planet to retweet that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from Murph. Also, look who's here. Look who's here.
Wow. Spread it, baby.
Spread that butter. All right. Top 10. We already have somebody mentioning somebody in the top 10. Ooh. Let's dive into it. I haven't given out a play once today. Monty is hogging the limelight. Here we go. My favorite play, Monty's favorite play of the day. Will Benson to get a hit, -125. That is fantastic value. Let me get all the way to my notes because there's two Reds guys that I like. Josiah Gray.
Oh, you know what? Why don't I do this? Boom. What?
Oh, you dirty dog. Last year, Josiah Gray, these are all 2023 stats. Last year, Josiah Gray had 0 pitches above league average. But he did, we talked about this the other day, Monty. He did turn it around the second half of the season. He's probably improved, but it's a Nationals pitcher, whoop-de-freaking-do. Against his pitches, Benson is batting a nice, cool, crisp against fastballs. 292 with an OPS of 896 and a WRC plus of 149. Slider OPS 708, 98 WRC plus. Cutter. This'll get you nice and stiff on a Thursday afternoon. Whoa. Oh, it's the morning. Sorry. The morning. Cutter. He bat last year against Cutters, Monty. Batted 400 against Cutters with a 1405 OPS with a WRC plus of 270. If that doesn't get you nice and loose in the morning, I don't know what will. I am highly debating my third bet on this man to be the boosted bet to get him at plus money. Also, I did this as well.
Whoa.
He's batting second. We saw the order.
Yes.
I think anytime I like somebody that is this low, I mean, those are like high odds to get a hit. You're rarely going to see those with like good hitters. So when I like a hitter and I see that their home run prop is in the 500s, I have to do it. I have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, those are fantastic numbers. I mean, especially for a guy who's Benson's my favorite Reds hitter. I think today.
I think he might be the Reds guys that I'm going to talk about. I think are my favorite today. And there's a special someone that's near and dear to our hearts that we will be talking about as well.
Who's that? Well, don't tell me. We'll save it for later. Mustache.
No.
What?
You don't get it.
Catcher? Yeah, I'm not following you here.
Oh
Sorry.
my God, this guy's my brother. He's supposed to know everything. All right, talk to me about Benson.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think he's my favorite Reds hitter. Him hitting second's a big W. I was worried that he's going to be towards the bottom of the order, which isn't a huge issue if you really like somebody, but to be up there in the top 3. Definitely, you get a chance for that one extra at bat if it comes down to the 9th inning or something like that you're sweating out.
Tim knew who we were talking about. How does Tim know what we're talking about and
right,
you don't?
Right, that's right.
You're the worst. This is the last time you're coming on the show. I should have got the
catcher.
You're the worst, dude.
That's rude. I'll take your subscription away, sir. You better be nice to me.
At least I'll only use the free part. I don't need that.
I really that's fair. The free
I'm gonna absolutely demolish those pitcher props once I really get itchy.
Yeah, we saw a question, or I saw a question earlier. Somebody asked. I don't know if you want to bring that up. It was a little bit back.
No, you can bring up whatever you want. It's your show as well. NZ's here.
I don't know how to do that.
You just click it. Click it.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, just click it. Can you click it? Does it work?
I don't know. Let's find it. Oh, here we go.
Click a comment.
No, I can't click.
Which one is it? Who tweeted it? Or who tweeted it?
Vital. It's like right above Nate.
Vital is the nicest human being on the planet. Would you this one?
Yeah, that one. I thought that was a good question.
Oh, whoops, my bad.
But also, shout out to Nate.
Nate dog.
I would definitely. I mean, I don't bet pitchers a ton to begin with, just because I really like betting hitters. And I'm just more of a hitting, just more of an offensive kind of guy. And I like hitting, but I would certainly wait to target pitchers some, because you just don't know how long they're going to be out there. You don't know if they're on.
And last year's stats are going to be different from this year.
Yeah, I mean that's the case for everybody.
Well, yeah,
but yeah, I would wait, just because you don't know. You just don't know how long people are going to be out there. Like, one pitcher prop I thought about betting was in this Reds game today was Josiah Gray over 4.5 hits allowed at even money. Very interested in that at even money. However, I'm nervous that maybe he walks a few guys, maybe the bases are loaded and they're already down a few runs in the 3rd inning, and his pitch counts up because he's been walking guys and they just take him out. And maybe he's only given up 3 hits. So I definitely wait for pitchers. Do you want to go back to Benson, or you want to keep talking Reds? What do you want?
No, we'll keep. I was just going to add this. Let me take this off. We're done talking about Benson. I was going to say last year, a big thing I would do, because one of the books, you'll know if you've been betting on baseball, that they would give out SGP boosts. You know which one always gives out the SGP boost. And you obviously need 3 legs. So if I like 2 people in a game, I would default to pitcher hits allowed, because usually those guys are giving up a lot of hits anyway. And I would just take the second least, because the first least is just not worth it. And I think usually with those boosts, you have to have it above a certain number. And those usually, it's the absolute worst getting burned on those. But I think it's the most sweatless prop to add to a parlay. Yeah, it correlates the most. It makes the most sense. It's just it's the worst when both guys get a hit and the pitcher gets taken out early, or he just isn't allowing hits. Also, a thing that we should be pushing, Monty. I know I've given out. I probably have a few more bets that are minus money, but betting plus money on baseball is a must, right?
In my opinion, yeah. I mean, you can do what you want, and
100%, yeah.
But personally, baseball is so fickle and so random, and anything can happen at any moment. Sure, that's the case with a lot of sports, but to me, I think it's even more random in baseball, that I don't want to lay any juice. I just don't. Like nothing is sure enough of a thing. Like even
100%.
like today, Shohei Ohtani, I think is minus 300 to get a hit on the blue book. Minus 300 is nuts. Like,
And you add it to a
like
parlay.
I'm willing to put it in a parlay, but even then, I'm like, that's just it's not great.
Speaking of, where's the sound effects on this thing? Hold on, I'm new to this. Oh, perfect.
We got sound effects, huh?
About that time, people. It's about that time. Monty
What's that mean?
has said his name, and I have to give it out now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is opening day for baseball, and that means the Silly Goose Parlay is all the way back. And if you don't know about the Silly Goose Parlay, you're about to know what this is about. We're taking Kettle Marte, Monty's favorite player today, to get a hit. We're taking Shohei Ohtani to get a hit, and numero uno on batters-box.com today. I say Michael Jordan. Michael Montgomery to get a hit. Let me get to this thing. Aaron Judge is numero uno on batters-box. I said that. Against sinkers.
Yeah, right
Framber Valdez's best pitch. Framber Valdez's best pitch is a sinker. Judge batted last season 318, 1140 OPS with a 220 WRC plus. He crushes fastballs. It's Judge. He's gonna crush fastballs, and he crushes changeups. He doesn't do great against sliders, but Framber Valdez only threw that 9% last year. Shohei Ohtani, he's going up against Michaelis. 70% of his pitches last season were below league average. 70%. That number turns me on. Sinkers, -13. Curveball, -8.5. I am not going to sit here and read you Shohei Ohtani stats. It's Shohei Ohtani. Do with that as you will. Kettle Marte going up against Mr. Kyle Freeland. He only has one pitch above league average, and that's his fastball. If they're professionals, I'm pretty sure they can hit a fastball. Kettle destroys every single one of his pitches. Versus Freeland's main and one of his worst pitches, 420, 1042 OPS, 19.8, 198 WRC plus. That is the Silly Goose Parlay. It is pure silly. It is the goose, and it is a SGP.
What do you think about Silly Goose Plus with Benson added into it? That's what Buddy wants to know.
Who? Buddy G's? Oh, Buddy G's.
Yeah.
Buddy G's.
Adding a minus 125 to that?
Buddy G's.
That might take you to plus 300.
If this doesn't hit, I'm going to roast you. Full transparency. Yeah, because everything's guaranteed. Get out of here, Landon. That's why I'm not coming to your wedding. Benson, I would personally, just because of where Benson's odds are at -125 or better, I don't know if it's moved at all, I would just take him solo. Sure, we just talked about betting players plus money, but it's very, very rare that you're going to get somebody that is that low to get a hit. Huh?
Did he really? He just said he's -220 now. I wonder if him being in the 2-hole moved him.
That definitely moved him up. Oh my God.
Points.
Talk about some CLV, baby. They say it doesn't exist, but guess what? It's real. Oh my Lord.
220 sucks.
220, I would, Buddy Jesus, I would be adding him to a parlay if that's what it's at. I apologize. Sure. I did not look at the odds today. I was running around making breakfast, and I had to get my morning coffee because it's me.
CLV is not dumb. Tim wanted to know why there's no Cubs in the top 5. That's first of all, that's rude. Second of all, let's check it out.
I don't think Shohei has anything to sweat because he won't have anything on that game. Monty. I don't think Shohei will be sweating anything today, so he'll be nice and loose.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. Do you think, what do you think about
him
betting him while this is while this is just kind of fresh? Like, he hasn't played a game. I mean, he does that Japan game or South Korea game count? While
he was so many hits away from having, he was probably, I think he should have had 3 home runs in that series. He had that foul ball that I think went to the stratospheres of the space, and then he hit that one to the wall, and it was really sad. And I believe there was another one, but before we get too far, and it's right there in front of me, There's another guy I wanted to talk about since we were discussing the Reds before we got sidetracked, which I love getting sidetracked because my whole life is a scatter F word.
Sidetrack.
Nicky Martini. Let's go get the espressos out, baby. We're gonna shake it up. Now I'm certain that this odd wouldn't move because he's batting 8th. I would hope. Can somebody double check for me while I give you the stink?
Yeah.
Like I said before, Josiah Gray 0 pitches above league average last season. Turned it around. Against sliders, I think it's one of Gray's best pitches. He last year he batted 500 with a 1333 OPS with a 394 WRC plus. Along with that, people, along with this play, I could never miss an opportunity to drop this. I would never skip
a big number.
This. Like last year, we bet Vinny Pasquantino at plus 800. Why would you pass that up? I mean, also, my throwaway bet today on that free bet on the Green Book, I put Vinny Pasquantino home run and Bobby Witt Jr. to get a hit. This is a throwaway bet, so
you just felt like wasting
not
it,
count.
right?
Yeah. I felt like throwing it away because it's $5. Thanks a lot for the free bet. So I had to put a plus 1,000 juice. If Vinny Pasquantino hits a home run, I'll be shedding Italian tears that taste like marinara sauce. But yeah, Nick Martini, when you're that high up on the Batters Hyphen box, you have solid stats, and the juice is nice. You don't like him, though. You don't like him.
It's not that I don't like him. I don't love this right here. 105 plate appearances. That's what I don't love. So these default ratings are based on the last 3 seasons worth of data. So he's only had 100 plate appearances against right-handed pitching in the last 3 seasons. That's not a lot by any means. Like if you look at these other guys, they've got 1,200 for Ohtani.
Pickle Nick, is that his prop right now? Is that Nick Martini's prop right now?
Yeah, he's minus 170 now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But there are absolutely things to like about him. The only thing I don't like is just his plate appearances are low. So I just don't really trust the numbers. He's not even a rookie. Like he's a guy who's been around the league. Like he's in his 30s. Yeah. He finally had he was an A last year. And so that's why he's looking good. But I'm more nervous about him. Like I like Benson more, who granted doesn't have a ton of plate appearances either, but he's a younger player who has 3 times as many plate appearances, so I trust them more. Like 300 is definitely a sample size that I feel okay about. And 100's like 100 I don't mind. I just don't like that Martini has become this journeyman that finally had a breakout year, and I'm supposed to bet on him.
I just bet Giants money line at plus 130 because I don't feel like Benson's not at a good odd anymore, so why not? What was I?
But the other red I like, second behind Will Benson, which Colby, I think you got a lower for this, is Jake Fraley.
Yes,
He doesn't have an elite rating, but I like putting Fraley and Benson together. Plus 155 was earlier this morning. Maybe that has moved since the lineup came out, but we've talked a bunch about Benson, so I'm not going to go over that again.
Yeah.
But Fraley's in the 5 hole, just shy of an elite rating. Elite ratings are at 0.45, so he's just barely underneath that elite rating. And it's a plus matchup in all 3 key stats. I wish the hard contact was higher. These aren't great, but what is great is this ISO, because Josiah Gray is giving up just an insane ISO number. What is it? 248. Like that's really high. Like that's absurdly high. If we look at all these other pitcher ISOs here, 108, 171, 198, 248, 186, 168, 197, 248. Like Josiah Gray just jumps off the page with that ISO number. So I really want to sort of attack him today.
The Reds have always been good to us too.
Yeah.
They've always been good to us.
For the most part. I mean, and like Gray's this sort of like,
he's an up and coming dude.
Yeah, but like he had a better end to the season last season, but he struggled this spring, and you really want to target lefties against him. Like righties, I have zero interest in against Gray. I only want lefties. He gave up 5 earned runs in 2 different starts in the spring. Like
Thoughts
he's
on
not
this, Psycho?
in his best form. Gonna be betting Ellie stolen base, doubles, triples, and steals. Ellie was someone that when I was looking
Overrated.
I don't think he's overrated. I just don't think in this specific matchup he matches up with Gray's pitches well. He just it's not the repertoire that suits him best. But I can kind of be talked into him because of his speed. Like I would more so think runs or like
Hit
if
runs,
you wanted
RBI.
to do total bases or like because his speed he can easily stretch a single into a double. So I don't hate him, but season long that makes sense. But yeah, I like Benson and Fraley both to get a hit. That's one of my more stronger plays that I'm definitely interested in.
Do me a solid. Go to the bottom of the top 10 for me. Go to, I think, number 10.
Where are we at here? What are you looking for?
Keep going. I'll tell you when to stop. No. You don't need it to count. I can tell you when.
Christian Walker?
No. Keep going.
Oh, I know.
Keep going.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, baby girl. Jake freaking Rogers. Hopefully the odds aren't terrible right now. Jake Rogers is somebody that is near and dear to batters-box.com. He's only in the top 10 when there's a lefty on the bump and the White Sox have a guy starting today that hasn't started a game since he was in college. And guess what?
And that doesn't make you nervous?
It's no. My Muzzy brother, Jake Rogers, he's an automatic play, but the stank is there for me. Garrett Crochet is 64%.
Rogers
balls.
Minus 135 on the
Let's go. The
now.
people can get some better numbers than I can.
Better value, yeah.
Better value. Jake Rogers is going up against a pitcher that is 64% fastballs a year ago. And against fastballs, he has an OPS of 911 and a WRC plus of 154. Please throw him a fastball. Please let him get on base. And please bring back the handlebar mustache, you sexy son of a gun. Jake Rogers, one of our favorite players.
Absolutely. And so, like, people who don't know about Jake Rogers and, like...
You're not going to know about him. It's the best part.
But he is a guy you should know about when he's facing a lefty. Like, these numbers right here, 333 ISO. Like, so these are his numbers over the last 3 seasons against lefties. Without it, like, I didn't calculate. Like, this is the calculation. The match.
Oh, you liked him too? I see you favorited it.
I did favorite him.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. But 333 ISO is like almost what Aaron Judge has done as an ISO. Again, like, let's go right here. Oh, I sorted. Hold on. Right here, Aaron Judge, 335 ISO against lefties over the last 3 seasons. And Jake Rogers is 333. Like, he's got the same, like, Jake Rogers is good, especially against lefties. Like you should absolutely have confidence in him going up against a lefty. Today, I don't love him simply because why is Garrett Crochet starting? He hasn't started in so long.
Is the lineup out? Did you see the lineup? Let me look.
I got it on this screen right here. Let's refresh. It is his lineup is not out, but the White Sox lineup is.
Oh, come on. Well, yeah, because they know it's nobody's in that order. They're gonna stink.
Yeah. So I don't. How many at bats is he gonna? How many times is he actually gonna face Crochet? Is this gonna end up being an opening situation? Is he gonna go 3 innings? Is he gonna go 5? I don't. I just don't know. And how is his repertoire gonna change? Like you said, he was 60 whatever % fastball last year. Like maybe that's different as a starter because he can't just go up there and throw. I mean, he does throw really great heat, so he might still just lean on that fastball. But to me, too many question marks. Personally, I'm gonna stay away, but I don't dislike it.
I wish his home run prop was a little higher. Let me see if it's moved.
Did you already bet it?
No, I didn't like it. It was like in the 300-400s. I was like, it should be higher.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
520. Yeah, I'll be riding that. Hold on.
I mean, like this hard
What's
contact.
oh, and it's
like,
cold. You know what? I'm gonna stick with the hit. It's cold out today. It's in the 30s. That
Yeah,
ball's not
that's
going
the
anywhere.
That's the other thing. Yeah, like
I'm not gonna do that. It's 30
home
today.
run. Like I'm
Also,
gonna
why
wanna
the
bat
hell
more
are they
home runs in
home?
the summer.
I mean, I get Detroit's probably colder. Play somebody warm.
Yeah.
Also, to the White Sox fans that are watching, nobody's going to your games, and if they are, they're going for the food. Hate to break it to you.
You gotta get the campfire milkshake. Got to.
That looks like
$15 for
I would need
16 ounces of milkshake.
I
Less
would
than
need
$1
a
an ounce,
private
I'm in.
facility if I drank that. I would. I'm not lactose intolerant, but something tells me that would make me lactose intolerant.
But you're not tolerant.
I'm tolerant of you. Let's see. What else can we look at?
Right,
Okay,
what are we
but to tease something after. Oh wait, I gave out all my plays. You didn't though. We'll go
no,
to
I
the.
got at least a few more. I mean, I've only
You
done,
do. I'm gonna tease this before we end the show. There will be a lotto, and then Monty and I will find somebody. This is more sweaty than the lotto. Monty and I are gonna find a victim, and we're gonna bet the under on his hit.
a victim.
And it might be Alec Thomas. How you doing? Also, Alec Thomas.
He shouldn't be in the lineup. No offense.
Every single time Alec Thomas went up to bat, and I watched the D-backs game, I thought it was Corbin Carroll. They look so much alike in the box. Hey,
I do not like Corbin Carroll today, but I'm not going to bet against him because he's Corbin Carroll and I'm not stupid. But I'm not going to bet overs on him either.
there's a new hot dog at Busch Stadium. I'm gonna need you to send me that.
Yeah, what's it look like?
Oh, we got a sub bang, Monty. We got a sub bang. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the game at the buzzer!
First time ever on the old solo show. Sorry, I didn't know it
They're
went
probably
20.
subbing for me, not for you. No offense, just saying.
I'll always sub for you.
Don't. Okay. Well.
Oh, Landon just sent me it. I people love eating at baseball games. We have to talk about this. Okay. Oh my God. The Slinger Dog, which is available to purchase at Cardinals games, features 2 fried eggs, a third pound hot dog, nacho meat, hash browns. Oh my God.
What?
This looks like a sex joke.
Wish I could see it. Still can't see it. Nice try though.
Well, whatever. 2 fried eggs on a hot dog, sunny side up.
Wait. Put up SPJ. We need the Cassiano. Yeah, that's my favorite. Like memes of that are my favorite memes of all.
Monty,
time.
did you see the Jess
the
sent me
bar
this
with
early.
the steps? Is that what you're talking about?
No. Somebody tweeted out a photo today. It said, "What time did Jesus die?" And it said 3 p.m. And the next photo is Nick Castellanos, and I think that's what time the game starts. Jesus died at 3:00. Look out! Nick Castellanos, baby. What a guy! All right.
Just put. I don't even
go to the Diamondbacks game since we were talking about the under and Alec Thomas.
Yeah. And Econics, I think is that how you say his name?
Econics, I believe, is a D-backs fan.
He's been asking. Yeah, he's been asking.
Sorry, Econics. Sorry, Josh.
Which this is where, I mean, this is Kyle Freeland. I think is
another one, Monty. We got another one.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Wins the...
Carry on.
You can take Jake Rogers off.
Oh no, I am.
Got a direct from afar too. He's a Giants fan. Love the spot the Diamondbacks in.
Yeah, I took the money line.
That is the exact language that I love to hear. Same. I also love the spot the Diamondbacks are in. Kyle Freeland is probably the worst pitcher on the mound. I don't know. He's not awful, but it's not a good matchup. He's a lefty, and these Diamondbacks crush lefties. So I'm going with Ketel Marte as my favorite hitter today. I think what was he, number 3 overall?
Yeah,
or
I
something
think
like
so.
Plus matchup for everything, as you can see. Just how can you not like him? Like, there's literally nothing not to like about his spot today. Plus matchup all 3 categories, 20% increase in ISO and hard contact. Coming off a great year. He's my 8th overall player from last year. If you're interested in that, the 2023 highlights article on the Batters-Box website has my top 10 players from last year and sort of how well they did. He was one of the best. Almost 400 WOBA and 40% hard contact. Like, those are just numbers that are jumping off the page. He's got 14 elite ratings, so I'll show off the trends again. Kettle is someone that absolutely crushed.
And you can only get these trends if you have the premium. Okay,
correct. So
tell the people when you have 2 offers to get access to this. What is it?
Well, right now there's just one, but there's going to be more to come. So right now you could buy a season pass is what I'm calling it. So right now it's on sale, $75 for the whole season. Next week, I think April 4th, it's going to go up to $100. So you've got some time if you want to get in early.
How long's the baseball season? How long's the baseball season?
Like 7 freaking months. This includes the postseason too. So like it's not technically in the database. You'll have access until December 31st. But
you said $75, right?
Correct. 75.
That's $2 a day, people. $2 a day.
Yeah,
you will get your money back. It's not a guarantee because nothing's guaranteed in life, but you will feel really good. You saw the post I had yesterday. I went up 100 units, and this was my crutch. I wouldn't have Monty on. I wouldn't have money on. I wouldn't have the website right there next to us this whole show if I didn't believe this was something that people need and should be using to gamble on baseball. This is an absolute cheat code. I love the hyphen. Carry on. Sorry.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. So, and this is probably my favorite premium feature that I added was these sort of success rates, as I'm calling them. Like Kettle Marte, so this is all based off when they have an elite rating. So if they don't have an elite rating, which elite is the blue color ratings, right? So if he doesn't have an elite rating, these don't really apply. Obviously today, Kettle Marte does. So of his 14 elite ratings, which again, it's not a lot, but the sample sizes are only going to keep getting bigger. And these are going to be more like we can trust the numbers more. So, but 85% of the time he's gotten a hit when he has an elite rating. So I absolutely want to play that today. I would have played over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, except the juice is terrible, so I'm not going to play it. So instead, I'm going to do over 1.5 hits because I think he's got a great chance to get 2 hits, and at plus 135, I'm super interested. I'm also going to put him in probably all my hit parlays. Obviously, I have that Reds one where I'm not. What does an elite rating mean exactly? Great question.
You're tapping your mic, buddy. I'm going to come over there. Walk
Me?
to your house and strangle you. Yes.
I haven't touched it. First of all.
Well,
maybe I bumped it once.
You bumped it.
Apologies. When I get going, just get all excited talking about my.
Hey, kudos to the chefs. Who are the chefs? Who was I looking for? Alec Thomas.
So elite is really just like it's essentially just tiers, right? It's just there to be able to separate the good from the bad and give you a place to start. Like the number, like I wouldn't pay a whole lot of attention to the number itself. Like this 527 for Judge is really no better in my opinion than this 505 for Kettle Marte. It's just a way to sort them and compare everyone at once with a score. So elite, is really just the best of the best for all these guys and really the best matchup. So like matchup rating is just, right here. My way of determining how favorable a matchup is. The higher the score, the better the matchup. But I'm not going to say that there's a big difference between one or the other when you get into these elite guys. So personally, I'm going to, I like to focus on the elite ones because they have the best spots, the most favorable spots. Like if I'm going to put my money on someone, I want to put them on a favorable spot. It's not to say that guys at the bottom, here, it's not to say Alec Thomas is absolutely not going to do anything today. He very well could.
It's baseball.
Not worth betting on. So, yeah, Kettle Marte, definitely my favorite player tonight.
Also, Monty does a fantastic job. He knows I'm the dumbest person on the planet. He puts the colors up there so I don't have to read because I don't know how to read. In colors, in photos. I wish he had photos that said bet me. Like just a big old GIF that said bet this because I'm not smart. That's why the colors are there. That's why I would really prefer the colors of the teams on the mirror so I don't get sidetracked. Also, I looked it up. And my toes are beyond curled right now. Alec Thomas not to get a hit, plus 150.
No way. Under half a hit, plus 150? Are you
I'm dead serious. I looked it up. It's on the green
mean,
book. Let me see if there's a better place to get it because I mean I got every book.
Kyle Freeland is some of these that number's messed up. All right, so this rating, his lefty rating isn't exact, but it's not going to be good because Kyle Freeland is not good against lefties. Alec Thomas is not good against lefties. Like 22 WRC plus, 100 is average, 22 is horrible. Like he's producing 0 runs.
Chris Bryant not to get a hit, plus 145.
It's crazy.
Your favorite player?
I mean, yeah. Shout out to all my Cubs Easter eggs and all the examples.
Oh my God! The more you use that website, the more that you'll see how much of a diehard homer this guy is. It's just insanity.
I just
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do for your people.
In there, yeah.
Alec Thomas plus 150. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
we got a bang. We got bangs, Monty. We got bangs. We got bangs. From deep.
Up, 3-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good. Wins the game.
This has been an absolute great show. We're not even close to being done. Do we want to find the no-hit bet? Because I'm really eager about this. Gavin, thank you so much. Your profile picture makes me feel ugly because you're so handsome, and that is the most professional photo I've ever seen.
Vsauce, Bo and Vladdy.
Monty, correct me if I'm wrong or this is a bad take. I think Vladdy is just he's like right here in his career, and he hasn't done this. He hasn't.
He's been inconsistent. He's been up and down, but he also had a lot of hype coming in. So it's sort of one of those situations. Is he living up to this hype that maybe
agreed
he couldn't even live up to no matter what he did? Unless
Bo last season, isn't Bo led the league in hits in the last 3 years or something like that? Or is the AL something like it was Kimmer's favorite thing to talk about? I forgot.
He might have. Yeah, I mean, I don't love Bo. I don't hate him.
Keep in mind, Vsauce is a Canadian, so you wonder why he's talking about these people.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, Vlad's actually somebody who's been more of a reverse splits guy, and by reverse splits, I mean he's been better against righties as a righty, as opposed to typically righties are better against lefties and vice versa. But this Vlad's actually been a reverse splits guy, so I'm more interested in betting him against righties than lefties. It's just opening day is tough too, because like everybody's got their ace on the mound for the most part. So like there's not a ton of great spots. Like as we get further into the season, we're gonna have so many more better spots and just great situations to attack people, especially as younger guys get going. Like when Wyatt Langford gets up here. So like another key thing for the site is
he's gonna be all over the place.
I talked a little bit about plate appearances sample size before, but I don't do any adjusting for plate appearances, right? Like it's just sort of the raw data for that. So, and no hitters are up here until they get 20. So Wyatt Langford won't be up here until he has 20 plate appearances against the handedness of whoever's pitching that day. So
the best was when we were like last year when Ellie was going off and we were like, when is Ellie going to come up on the hyphen? And you're like, in a couple days.
Yeah. So it's like once he gets up here, he's probably going to be towards the top if he's doing well, just because his sample size is so small and he hasn't had a chance to fail. Baseball is a sport of failure, so it's like there's going to be so many great spots. Just stick with us.
Is that a typo? Jace Peterson? Is that supposed to be Jock?
No, Jace Peterson is a real player.
I didn't know that was a person. I apologize. I'm looking at odds. Eduardo Julian is not on
I
there.
mean, if we're gonna do unders, I mean, who's the best pitcher, right? Like, don't like, do we want to take a Padre against Logan Webb? Do we want to?
You saying you want to do an under on Mr. Tatis?
I'm not saying I'm insane.
Come on.
I mean, it's gonna be a sweat.
I don't like Tatis. I don't know what it is.
Maybe an end against Shane Bieber.
Jack Pedersen. Sorry.
Oh, where are all the Indians?
Sorry for cussing.
Mm,
Sorry for cussing.
sorry for cussing.
Let's see. Ooh, somebody said under on Tatis. I had the same thought. Gavin Sheets.
You can.
Let's look at Gavin Sheets. Sorry for cussing.
You want Gavin Sheets?
Gavin Sheets sucks.
Stop saying.
Who was that that Blue Jays guy that we fell in love with for 2 weeks? You remember who I'm talking about? The mustache?
Dude,
Schneider. Gavin Sheets props are not up. It was like Schneider something.
Davis Schneider, Blue Jays.
Yes. Oh,
I mean, he
man.
came up last
that was
year.
that was our Evan Carter before Evan Carter.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Davis Schneider, yes, Vsauce. We loved that guy last year.
He'll be back.
What's another guy that's down below that's going up against a good pitcher?
Who didn't I? Do I have another play or no?
Glass? Yeah, you do. You can give that out, and then we can.
Oh wait,
look.
did we do Christian Walker, Kettle Marte? Do I have that? Oh yeah, and yeah. Missed that one. This one.
Sorry, there's too much to talk about, and my mind is a pretzel because I have ADHD.
I'm not really showing up today.
To be a good host. I just look for to keep the combo going.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Kettle Marte earlier, and really this is like me trying to get something that's not just him to go over 1.5 hits. Christian Walker is my second favorite Diamondback. I don't really like Eugenio. He's not like, I have nothing. He could very well do well. I just like Christian Walker more. But just the two of them to get hits was still minus, and so I only want to bet plus. So D-backs first 5 money line, I threw in there. Don't have to worry about the bullpens. First of all, when I'm doing stuff like this, I usually go with first 5, so I don't have to worry about, some reliever coming in that just gives up a bunch of earned runs and ruins a great start that the pitcher had, and the team is up. So hopefully the D-backs get some runs on the board there early, which, Colby and I definitely expect them to, but based with Kyle Freeland on the mound today. Great spot, plus matchup for Christian Walker. He did have a pretty good spring, and he matches up well with the pitches too. So there's nothing I don't like.
You're picking and choosing when you like a guy in spring.
Yeah, I mean, I think I already said that.
That's the best part of making a cap, is picking and choosing things you don't like on another thing, but you like on that thing. That's my all-time.
Yeah,
I was talking about that yesterday with Shaggy about like teams in the final in the NCAA tournament being like, oh yeah, they haven't played anyone good, and then just completely ignoring it on another team.
Yeah, that is funny.
I believe we knocked out all of your plays except for one. Would you like to dish that out now, or would you like to do the no hitter, or do we not really like anybody? I think it's either Alec Thomas or nothing.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the data. I think I think there's a bit of an issue with the lefty on lefty data for that specific game. So I don't want to do that. And
yeah, I feel you.
If the numbers aren't correct, but we'll find one. This is the first date. Like, that's the other thing. This is the first freaking
like
day.
I asked
6 months of this, and we're gonna have so many winners and so many great spots. Like, opening day is always weird.
Always.
All the aces on the mound. Once we get a couple weeks in or a weekend, and we've got a couple aces on the mound, and then we've got somebody's 5 stars. We're gonna get Patrick Corbin Day. We're gonna get Jordan Lyles Day. We're gonna get all these days
Brady Singer
that we can just absolutely hammer against.
Yeah, once the season gets rolling,
stick
you're
around.
looking for the bad pitchers. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just
I mean,
purchase the sub.
I
Let's go,
mentioned
Prendy.
I
Thanks
asked
for joining.
what happened?
We just got a
Oh my
sub,
god.
apparently.
Prindy. Prindy's a great dude. We might as well just
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good. Wins the
Prindy, you're contributing to this man's first dollar. Just want to let the people out there know.
Sure.
The website was launched a year ago. Now the 2.0 is here. Monty's trying to do this full time. This is his little dream he's got. We're pushing the
sick,
dream.
yeah.
If you're not trying to live a dream, you're not living whatsoever.
Facts.
Yeah, going back to what you said about there's so many things we could be talking about, but there's so little data. I even asked Monty if he wanted to dish out a Yerfie or a Nerfie, and I knew he would say no, and I'm glad he did because there's no reason. I don't like even looking at Yerfie Nerfie data until probably June. Then I get a good estimate on how well pitchers do in the first inning. I need to see how their ERA looks in the first inning, while how other teams do in the first inning. But without further ado, this is very rare for the people that are watching. They know this. Usually my shows don't have lottos. Usually Shaggy and I don't do lottos. But it's baseball. It's a completely different animal. Mr. Montgomery, please give us your hit lotto.
I just felt like making
drag
one,
him's here. Drag him, Money. Drag him.
Oh gosh, what's that mean?
You just drag him, dude. Drag him across your face.
Yes. Well, let's drag this lotto to the bank. Let's do that, huh? You gonna put that bad boy up?
No, I want you to tease it. Just give him the legs. Build it up.
All right. Well, I think it's 7 legs, and it's everybody. It's all hits. We just need one hit from 7 guys, I believe. And it's a lot of guys I've already talked about. We got Mike Trout in there. We've got Kettle Marte in there. I believe we have Christian Walker in there. It's on the screen below. We got Ohtani. We got Brandon Lau. I haven't talked about him, so we can talk about Brandon Lau today.
I put Farley. Sorry, I'll fix it.
Yeah, Jake Fraley. We talked about him. He's in there. I think
you
Will
put
Benson's
Farley
in
in. That's your fault. You typed Farley.
Yeah, whatever. So it's all these guys we've talked about, each to get a hit, plus Brandon Lau. You know, Jose. He's going up against Jose Barrios. Barrios is traditionally throughout his career worse on the road. Where the heck is my mouse, dude? There it is. Not Barrios. Yeah, there's so many Laus you can't.
Murph just bought a sub. He DM'd me.
Let's go, Murph. Shout out to all you boys. Let's go. Back to Brandon Lau. Great spot. Plus matchup all 3 categories. Jose Barrios traditionally worse on the road throughout his career. That was the case again last year, not by a ton, but his xFIP was up on the road. His WHIP was up on the road. His K rate was down, and his soft contact rate was down. So when he goes on the road, he seems to be just this different pitcher. He's not as comfortable traveling, whatever it is. He just struggles more on the road. So I like Brandon Lau with that fact, and the fact that he has this plus matchup in these 3 key stats. He's got an elite rating. And then when you look rate with his 13 elite ratings over the course of last year. So boom, 69% hit rate. That would I think that equivalates to like minus, what is that? Minus 200 almost, or something like that. And so the odds were better than that. So it fit in. So I wanted to add him in there. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with him when I was trying to make my bets. So I said, screw it. I'm putting him in the lotto. And so that's how we got Brandon Lau in there. So that's it.
Somebody said they
Plus
can't
1,000,
get these. 1055. My suggestion to you, if you can get a different book, there are books that only do like 1 hits, but I'm going to assume you're probably on the green. The green you have to do. Some of these books you got to do SGPs to get the 1 hit. The blue always has the solo hit. I'm not a big blue book fan unless I have to do those, but
love the blue book. But yeah, their odds aren't always the best. But I feel like they just give you more freedom. I hate that they don't have hits, runs, and RBIs though.
Yeah.
But Kettle over 1.5 hits is one of my favorite plays today. So if you only have 1.5 hits at plus money, I already bet that. So if you have to bet it, let's absolutely go for it.
Sorry, Monty.
Game at the buzzer.
Another one. Dude.
Shout out to Fake Murph.
Love
He
it.
said I can't let real Murph outdo him. Love you, Fake Murph. Actually, he's the real Murph. He's in here watching.
That's
He's
true.
doing a
Where's
lot more
Texas
than
Murph?
real Murph. There's real Murph. Woo! He's here. Yeah.
Let's go.
I take back what I said.
Same.
What team is Kettle on? Oh, Kettle Marte's on the Diamondbacks.
D-backs.
D-backs, baby.
Right here.
If
guy on the list, but
I'll go through my I'll go through our plays again. But if you have any questions, we're probably gonna be wrapping up soon. Spaces is going on Twitter right now. I will be over there in a little bit. I'm currently moving out, so I gotta move my bed in about 15 minutes or so. So I'll try to be on Spaces. But as of right now, my plays are Nick Martini to get a hit, him to hit a home run because look at those odds. It's a sprinkle. All home runs are sprinkles because they're one of the most rare things to happen. They're not always going to be happening. Will Benson to get a hit. I got that. The odds are different. So if you like somebody else that we talked about or you like somebody else because your plums are talking, always trust your plums. Take this into consideration as adding as a leg for a parlay. Also, his home runs 560. Come on now. Jake Rogers. Let me hold on to that handlebar mustache, you handsome devil. And I added this with the boost. Giants money line. There's only 2 people in the top 10 on that game, according to batters-box.com. Then the Silly Goose freaking parlay. Kettle Marte, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge to get a hit at plus 430. There's boosts out there. You can get this up to 200. What?
You said plus 430.
Oh, I'm sorry. Plus 143. I'm probably dyslexic in the brain. I read 143. Like my brain's just throwing out numbers. Yeah. Plus 143. I apologize for that. If you got a boost, throw a boost on this. You can get it well over 200. I usually put a full unit on the Silly Goose parlays because it's hits. They should get it done.
Sick, though.
Oh no, 430. I'd be putting 2 units on.
Oh yeah, I empty the bank.
Monty's got Mike Trout over hit 1.5 hits or runs RBIs at plus juice.
That one makes you nervous, but I like it.
Yeah. His same game parlay, Will Benson and Jake Fraley to each get a hit at plus 155. Great number. Kettle Marte over 1.5 hits against Kyle Freeland plus money. And then we have his final bet outside of his one ticking at the bottom, his lotto. D-backs, first 5, money line, Kettle Marte and Christian Walker each get a hit at plus 144. How you doing? This is the first freaking episode, first edition of the Pickoff, and I don't think it could have gone any better because I had too much going on in my brain and too much fun was going on here, people.
I think we can
I had a blast.
Ourselves officially picked off.
Safe.
What's that? I could not tell what you were doing.
You want me to stand up and do it?
No. That's definitely a balk. I can't tell, but that's definitely a balk. You're definitely no.
Monty, thank you for joining. This will not be the last time you come on.
Thanks for having me, sir.
For the people out there, I will try to get some cool guests to come on the show that Monty and I usually work with on the reg. Appreciate you guys. The kind words mean more than you know. Monty, tell them where the people can find you. Tell the people anything. If you have any questions about Batters-Box right now as we wrap up, let us know. We'll try to get to you. Monty, take it away. Take it away. Tell the people where they can find you, what's going on.
Yep. Find me on Twitter at MikeMonty22. That's usually where I'm at. I don't really use Instagram. You can, go on the website. I've got a contact email on there, batters-box.com. Don't forget the hyphen. If you forget it, I don't know where you're going to go, but you're not going to go to the right place. If, any issues, reach out, whatever, we'll figure everything out. It's been great. I'm excited to come back. Aaron Judge or Trout for hit. I like Trout more than Judge personally. But Colby's
it's a go.
Colby's on
it's
Judge.
a go.
Right? You like Judge?
Yeah, he's in my Silly Goose parlay.
Yeah. I didn't really look at him just because I
Judge
really
is Judge is number 1 on Batters-Box.
He does have the highest rating.
It's right there.
Yep.
Monty, you gonna make a video for the socials and let people know like how to go through it and stuff?
Yeah. We'll eventually. I'm gonna have so much more stuff coming. We're gonna get. It's been a whirlwind just getting to this point. So this was a big victory, just getting everything up. Months of coding and just getting stuff together. So it's been a great start to the season. Stay tuned because a lot more is coming. We are on a train and we ain't stopping.
Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you for staying. I will be on a hiatus until probably Monday. I'm currently moving. I have basically nothing in front of me besides a plant and a couch. My bed is currently on the floor. So whenever I can get Wi-Fi, I will be back on stream. I'll try to get on Spaces in a couple minutes. But again, I'm in the process of moving. I have to pack more stuff. So I appreciate you guys. I hope everyone wins. I hope everyone sweeps. I hope everyone has a great opening day. Also, Sweet 16s today. Don't forget college basketball.
That is crazy.
It's
crazy.
perfect.
Crazy.
My two favorite things to bet on.
Yeah.
I hope everyone wins. Monty, I wish you nothing but the best of luck this year on batters-box.com. I hope everybody and anybody signs up and gets the premium. What a glorious day. Woo! Let's sign out. Let's play the old what's the sign up thing that we got here? It's my first time looking. Where's the closeout thing?
Beats me, fam.
I didn't think about doing this until now. Bye. Oh, here it is. See you guys.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Riding in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about